Yo, what's up, gang? Welcome back, it's Glow. And today we are hopping straight into it. We are going to WWE moves that were banned and the rare reasons why. This is gonna be interesting, and thanks for all the support and love that y'all been showing. Let's get straight into this video, guys.
Why did WWE have those and other moves banned? But first, let's start.
Everybody go subscribe to my man Tap Out. That man deserves it. This is all his content, not mine.
With the punch kick. With the exception of the RKO, the punch kick is Randy Orton's most iconic move. It was simple, but looked vicious, and that's actually what led it to being banned. Orton has admitted that his boot connected with people's skulls while performing the punch kick. The most famous incident is when Randy performed the move on Vince McMahon.
As you should, Randy. As you should.
The kick gave the chairman of WWE a concussion, and it was
As it should have. As it should have.
the beginning of the end for the Viper's signature move. In 2012, the punt kick was banned for the safety of Randy Orton's opponents. However, during the pandemic in 2020, the Viper did bring back the move. The reason was that there was no fans in attendance, so Orton could perform the kick safely while also making it look convincing. A less famous finishing move, but still pretty awesome, is the Vertebreaker.
Now when the answers drop him down!
Shane Helms, aka the Hurricane, used the move while competing in WCW and carried the Vertebreaker over to WWE. However, he didn't get to use it for long. Shortly after arriving in WWE, Helms was told he was no longer allowed to use the move, even though Helms had never hurt anyone with the Vertebreaker.
That move just looks so dangerous. I don't even know. It's like you dropping them straight on their neck.
WWE deemed it too risky. The move requires perfect execution to pull off safely, and the slightest mistake can result in the person taking the move landing on their head or neck. The move has been banned in WWE ever since. However, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles busted out the move in 2016 at a non-televised event. Now, the reason for banning this move was just straight up dumb. When Michelle McCool started wrestling in WWE, she used a finisher called Wings of Love. However, she'd be forced to stop using the move. It wasn't because someone got hurt or because it was too risky. The reason was that WWE felt it was too devastating of a move for a female wrestler. Yeah, WWE.
Really, bruh? Now we being sexist? Okay.
Banned a finishing move because it looked too powerful. The ironic part is that after having Wings of Love banned, Michelle McCool started using another finisher, the Faith Breaker. If it looks familiar, that's because it's the same finisher AJ Styles uses, the Styles Clash. The Styles Clash is a
Michelle does it better.
pretty dangerous move. It was actually banned at WWE for a while due to having a history of causing injuries. Thankfully, nobody ever got injured when Michelle McCool used the Faith Breaker, but this has to be the first time a safe move got banned and replaced with a more dangerous one. Seth Rollins had a similar thing happen to him with the curb stomp.
Rollins with a curb stop!
Seth's first finisher in WWE, the Skywalker, looked good, but didn't catch on. The curb stomp, on the other hand, did. Despite this, WWE banned the move. This happened actually because Rollins became WWE Champion. At WrestleMania 31, Seth cashed in his Money in the Bank and won the WWE Championship. The next day, Rollins appeared on the Today Show and footage of him hitting the curb stomp was played. Vince McMahon saw this and was worried about children trying to imitate the WWE Champion. Because of this, McMahon had the curb stomp banned and stayed that way for 3 years. In 2018, Seth had a talk with his boss.
Don't try this at home, kids. That's why they tell y'all that.
And Vince McMahon allowed the move to be used again, with the only difference being that it was now simply called the Stomp. Seth Rollins had another move banned, but it wasn't a barricade. Seth started using the Buckle Bomb around the same time as the Curb Stomp. While the Stomp was banned for looking dangerous, the Buckle Bomb was banned for actually being dangerous. The first incident happened when Seth Rollins fought Sting in 2015. Seth hit the Stinger with a Buckle Bomb that caused the Icon to injure his neck. Sting later said it was a freak accident, which is probably why the move wasn't banned.
That was a sexy man. Sexy.
And on the spot. However, about a year later, someone else would get hurt. At SummerSlam 2016, Rollins fought Finn Balor to crown the first Universal Champion. Seth hit Finn with a buckle bomb into the crowd barricade, which caused Balor to dislocate his shoulder. While Finn won the match, the injury forced him to be sidelined for several months. The buckle bomb was still not banned, however, but an incident by another wrestler would change that. In 2020, Nia Jax fought.
Why did that look so dangerous? That looks so deadly.
Kairi Sane on Raw. During the match, Nia threw Sane into the turnbuckles. The move caused Kairi Sane to injure her head, leading WWE to ban the move. Like with the stomp though, the buckle bomb would return eventually. A classic wrestling move is the pile driver. The move was a staple of wrestling for years, but got banned in WWE. The ban happened in 2000, a few years after Owen Hart infamously broke Stone Cold Steve Austin's neck. The rattlesnake said that he could not feel anything from the neck down after the move and thought he would never walk again. Thankfully, that didn't happen, and while Stone Cold did eventually return to the ring, his career was shortened as a result of the botched pile driver. This incident showed just how dangerous the pile driver was, and the move has been banned ever since, with a few exceptions, most notably Kane and The Undertaker's tombstone pile drivers. The Shooting Star Press might be the most spectacular finisher in all of wrestling. However, there was a time when the move was banned in WWE. Of course, the Shooting Star Press is inherently risky, but there are a few specific incidents that caused WWE to slam the ban hammer. The first was at WrestleMania 19, where Brock Lesnar nearly killed himself.
Lesnar, do it, Cole! Oh my God!
The near-death experience came as a result of Lesnar having already wrestled for 20 minutes and being physically exhausted. That made it understandable why the Shooting Star Press was botched. This, on the other hand, was much less excusable. A little over a year after the Brock incident, former Cruiserweight champion Billy Kidman legitimately knocked out Chavo Guerrero while performing the Shooting Star Press. Following this, WWE...
He's talking shit about that guy, and Sammy Guevara just did that to Jeff.
He decided the Shooting Star Press was just too high of a risk and had the move banned for several years. The 450 Splash got banned around the same time for a similar reason.
Enough of that moonsault! 450 Splash!
During a match, Juventud Guerrera accidentally landed on Paul London's face and fractured several bones. It wasn't until wrestlers like Evan Bourne and Justin Gabriel came along that the Shooting Star Press and 450 Splash were unbanned.
Perhaps Ryder in trouble! Bourne still connecting!
John Cena got a wrestler's finisher banned. The finisher I'm talking about is the Burning Hammer. It's not been used a ton in WWE, and there might be a very good reason for it. The move is a bit dangerous to perform, as it's difficult for the opponent to control their body, and their head is in a position that makes it easy for them to land on. However, that is not the reason the move was banned. In the early 2010s, Tyler Ricks started using the Burning Hammer as his finisher. According to Rex, John Cena got upset because Cena felt it was too similar to the Attitude Adjustment. Cena apparently berated Tyler Rex, and Rex was forced to change his finisher. Whether you believe it or not, Tyler Rex's story does make sense. In the past few years, the Burning Hammer has been used in WWE more and more, and it comes as John Cena has been appearing in WWE less and less. If CM Punk returns to WWE, he won't be able to use the GTS because it's banned. Ironically, both Punk and the wrestler who invented the move are the reasons for it. When Japanese wrestling legend Kenta came to WWE in 2014, he underwent a few changes. First, he was given the name Hideo Itami. On top of that, he wasn't allowed to use the GTS, even though that was his finisher in Japan, and he invented the move. The reason was that WWE was worried it would remind fans of CM Punk, who had recently walked out of the company. However, WWE eventually gave in, and Itami was allowed to use the GTS. Unfortunately, it was short-lived. During a match against Brian Kendrick, Itami hit Kendrick with the GTS, but accidentally broke Kendrick's nose and orbital bone. This was enough for WWE to take action, and the GTS has been banned ever since. As you've no doubt learned, WWE tends to ban moves after an accident happens, and that's sort of the case with the Brain Buster.
The third of it. Oh, a Brain Buster!
On top of having a violent name, the Brain Buster is just a difficult move to control. The idea of the move is that a wrestler sends their opponent's head crashing onto the ring mat, and the line between making the move look real and keeping a wrestler safe is very thin. WWE actually decided to ban the Brain Buster because of a different botched move. At Super Showdown in 2019, Goldberg fought The Undertaker. Goldberg went to perform his signature jackhammer, but lost control and ended up delivering a sloppy Brain Buster. The botch almost caused Undertaker to be permanently injured, and the accident led WWE to err on the side of caution and banned the Brain Buster. Some moves are synonymous with one wrestler, and that's the case of the Muscle Buster and Samoa Joe.
Muscle Buster!
Joe had basically been using the Muscle Buster for his entire wrestling career and had no issues with it. When he came to WWE though, that's when things changed. In his third match for the company, Joe fought Tyson Kidd before WWE went on the air. Joe hit the Muscle Buster like normal, but Tyson Kidd did not get up. It was later discovered that Kidd had injured his spinal cord. The situation was made even scarier when it was shared that
Oh my god, I didn't even know that's what did it. I thought something else did it. I thought his other injury is what made him retire. I didn't know he came back and fought Samoa.
Only 5% of people survived the injury Tyson sustained. The Muscle Buster was eventually banned, and Joe transitioned to using the Coquina Clutch. It's a different type of move, but you won't see this anymore in WWE. While steel chairs are still used as weapons in WWE, you won't see someone hitting their opponent in the head. The chairs used in WWE are the real deal, so just imagine what it would be like being hit in the head by one. The full extent of the damage that chair shots to the head have wasn't known until years later, as wrestlers developed chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. What most people forget or don't know is that WWE didn't ban chair shots to the head until 2010. You can even see some matches from the beginning of the PG era where wrestlers hit one another in the head with chairs. There is speculation that the reason WWE finally banned chair shots to the head was because of Vince McMahon's wife. In September 2009, Linda McMahon announced she was running to be a US Senator. Throughout her campaign, Linda was criticized for her time with WWE, and WWE indirectly got attacked as well. While WWE would never admit it, it does seem like they banned chair shots to the head to make their product appear safer and less violent, to help not only themselves, but also Linda McMahon. While the steel chair is dangerous, it's not the most dangerous WWE weapon. To find out what is, watch this video.
Alright guys, as again, go check out my boy Tap Out Corner, amazing video. And also, thank y'all for coming out, and you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta eat your vitamins. Okay, see y'all later, see y'all later,